Hi everybody, I just wanted to give a little video to go with this assignment. So we're going to talk about how animals are trained. So how does an animal learn? Baxter is in training for his Canine Good Citizen test. So to pass this test, he has to do 10 things perfectly. Items include sitting politely, walking loose on a leash so he can't be, yanking me down the street, accepting a friendly stranger so no jumping on people, he has to sit politely and be petted, and stay in place until called. These are some of the big things. So he was very dubious that we could do all of these to perfection, and this you could curl up under a blanket and wait it out. But we're going to press on. So, what principles of learning for animals also work for humans also work to train animals. So to get Baxter into a kayak, we had to first train on land, right? And so this is me training him, and then eventually he would get treats and he would just sit in the back of the boat. Eventually we got him on there. The same was on a motorboat. It was a combination of regular car rides, so he got used to going faster, and training him to get onto the boat while it was still at the dock, right? So, and a lot of things that have to do with training and learning are much more reward than negativity, right? We can't be mad at him when he doesn't do it right. So we give him all kinds of treats. And these are some of his favorite treats right here. So there's a fair amount of repetition, right? We do the same thing over and over, treating until it sort of gets instantiated. And there's also a fair amount of, what do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about. And also, is this what you want? He's not sure sometimes. So there's, this interplay between me getting him to do what I want and him learning these tricks in the order that they need to be done. And so it's a little difficult. So how do animals learn? So what I want you to do is I want you to pick an animal: dog, cat, horse, dolphin. There's lots of bird stuff out there. People train their birds to do all kinds of things. Remember, the guy in Hamburg says that the alligator is very well trained. So, you choose something. Then do some research. What do research, and common websites indicate about the ability of that animal to learn? Are certain breeds of that animal better learners? Like, let me just say, beagles are not the smartest dog, but they're the most loving. Border collies are much smarter. Poodles are very smart. So things. We know that certain birds can learn complex skills. We used pigeons during World War II to carry secret signals, and we use them in other wars as well, in the Korean War too. So what are some ways that work best to train that animal? Are they similar to what humans do? Okay. So then tell me what you've learned. I want you to make a presentation that tells me the animal you chose, what research indicates about the way they learn, how best to train that animal to reliably perform at least one or two skills. Okay. I want you to include PowerPoint presentation with an interesting slide thing or something similar, right? It's got to be auditorily narrated, just like I'm doing right here for you. Lots of photos. So for your auditory narration, you can do that right in PowerPoint, save it and drop that in, or you can do what I'm doing and I'm just making a screencast. An auditory narration has to be there. Lots of photos like I have. All of the most interesting things you find, including some stats like, what percentage of animals are trained in this way or whatever, and there's all kinds of stuff, by the way, in the Hollywood websites about how you can train any animal. So include some stats, whatever. Are there any exceptional examples of your species? You can include links to videos in your credits slide, right? And links to everything else in your credit slide. So what I want you, after that, once you've made it, when you save your finished product in a format that I can fully access, you drop the PowerPoint into the assignment box, or you embed your YouTube video into the comments section. It'll work the same as when we did our videos from YouTube for our icebreaker. Or you can paste the link to whatever you created into the comment section. So make sure that I can access it and view it, all right? We're looking very forward to seeing what you've learned. This was my puppy, Baxter, chewing on my boot. But now he has passed every class but this last one. We're on the last phase now, and he gets certificates for each one. So there he is. That's a certificate for something else, I think. But anyway, he gets lots of certificates. So this is going to be due February 27th. So take your time and do it well. This is just for me. It's an assignment, not a discussion board.